Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our playthrough of Dominions 4. If you remember, in our last episode, we finally defeated Helheim and their evil undead god, and have now secured our part of the northern set of the continent. We are now going to begin assaulting Abyssia. To do that, we are consolidating our armies over here on the western front. Our northern army that took Helheim, we're going to move down and replenish. Our augurs that we've been recruiting in Ermor, we're going to be moving over to the west, along with that large army of undead pale riders we've been summoning. We also summoned that extra mage we talked about. Turns out he's a waste of our time. With only 1 death level magic, 7 research, and a very weak body, it's not worth us spending our death gems on these guys. Speaking of death gems, with taking Helheim, we have gotten a boost because here was Nippahallen, which will give us 4 more death gems every single turn. So that is pretty great, and is really going to help us. For the next couple turns, we'll be consolidating our armies. We are going to take those mercenaries while we still have them and march them north. Maybe we can retake this province, just cause Abyssia a little bit of trouble before we lose control of them. So we'll end the turn and see how that all turns out. At the end of that turn, we have gone ahead and completed some more research and enchantment. As we saw in some other paths, we're now getting to the point where further research won't help us much because we don't have any mages that have 5 death. Now, we could go ahead and get to the point where we might be able to cast some of these larger spells via our communions, but a large amount of these are ritual spells that take place outside of battle, and we can't use communions for those. So we are a little limited. The only thing I'm looking at is this Fire Fen spell, which we could use to reduce the effect of Abyssia's heat power, but I'm not sure if we want to sacrifice an entire communion slave with 100 fatigue for that spell every time, especially if it gets cast twice. So, other than that, we've summoned more Pale Riders. Guy is still searching for those water sites for us for more water gems. We have a battle in Iron Peaks. This is where we sent those mercenaries. It looks like we took Iron Peaks back from them. We lost a bunch again of these mercenary troops, but who cares? We killed Athament the dragon, one of their more expensive holy mages. An unexpected event in Halbarthia. Ooh, resources plus 25, minus 50 population. A harsh law against vagrancy has been decreed. Deadly disease in lightless caverns. That's just Chillwind. We're kind of moving him back to spy on Abyssia a little bit, so he's got to move through our province. 4 battle afflictions occurred. Patrolling troops in Almond Forest have killed 6 Philly brigands. This is just us patrolling to try and catch any assassins that Abyssia sends our way. And now, those mercenaries have left our employment. So we now have that huge force of undead pale ones. Let's find them here. Now over here, along with those behemoths, we'll figure out how to best use them in battle in a little bit. We took back this throne. We might just throw some province defense in there to try and hold it. We're still patrolling here. We have our new territory that we took over. We can't summon any mages yet. We don't have enough gold to build a laboratory, but we might do that up here as well. We're going to continue building our troops here in the north. So I'm going to set up our next turn of recruitment, and then we'll end the turn. We'll see you in a moment. So we have another turn of recruitment set up, continuing to move these mages to the west, continuing to search for magic sites up here. And we'll end the turn of this recruitment and move on to the next turn. And it looks like our patrollers have caught some sneaking units. So first we cast our Pale Riders. We searched for magic sites here, but didn't find any. We did find a magic site in Chibia, an unexpected event in Valadoon, a huge bunch of gems. It looks like they were found. A peddler was peddling his wares in the province. when one of our agents discovered a few magic gems of various types among his glass pearls and buttons. They were swiftly and forcefully bought at the price of God intended. 1 gold. That's pretty great. Give us a bunch of gems to work with. That's pretty awesome. We have a sneaking enemy discovered by our patrolling unit, a shadow imp, one of their spies that they can summon, one of the demon spies they can pull in. And we didn't lose anybody against him. Another sneaking unit was discovered. Another shadow imp. Oh, wow. He got one of our standards. And he got one of our Principe. Sneaky little git, but we got him. No problem there. 4 battle afflictions were cured. I can't even talk today, folks. It looks like Abyssia's upset about us taking this. They're starting to move their troops around. We're going to need to set up and make sure our troops are set up in case we get attacked, that they're in their proper defensive formations and have the right spells set up. So we'll go ahead and continue recruiting, and we'll set up in case we get attacked for the next turn. So let me set that for us, and then we'll come back and end the turn. So we've gone ahead and set up our army in a defensive position, set our troops properly in case we do get attacked, so we are ready to defend ourselves if we need to. We've got our recruitment set up. Last thing we need to do is remember to go in here, convert our gems over to what we can use them. Need to get up to 10 water gems. Everything else is going into our death pile. We'll take those 10 water gems like we have been every single turn. Find our water mage here and have him forge another living water. And down here, we'll find our mound king. Oh, where is he? There he is. And we'll have him cast a ritual spell and continue to summon in these pale riders. So we'll go ahead and end this turn of recruitment. I think maybe 3 or 4 of these not exciting turns of continuing to recruit will put us in the position we need to be to push against Abyssia. So we'll be flying through these as fast as we can. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And we have a couple unexpected events, it looks like. So, a report from the bulwark. That usually means dark magic. Flame bolts being shot at us. This is going to be coming from Abyssia. They won't be doing that very long, trust me. We've cast more Pale Riders. An unexpected event in Ochre Jab. Ooh, we gained a free laboratory, got some pearls, and a horror helmet. Ooh, we'll have to check that out. In Iron Peaks, we found some treasure, some gold. Always love gold. And some gems, and an amulet of resilience was gained. And we have our cured battle afflictions and diseases. So let's take a look at those magic items we just found. The horror helmet gives fear to one of our commanders if we'd like to. And the amulet of resilience gives reinvigoration, which let us remove fatigue during a battle. So we could give that to somebody who gets over fatigued, maybe if we make a giant battle super combatant to try and take territories later. You can see that we are recruiting a huge number of troops for this push against Abyssia. Same thing here as well. We're just pumping everything we can, spending every resource we have to get that troop number up. So I'll go ahead and set up another turn of recruitment here for us before we move on to the next turn. So that's our recruitment set up. Casting more pale ones, searching for more sites. Let's go ahead and end this turn. I do want to keep an eye up here, as every once in a while I am seeing kind of an army building up on our northern border from Femoria. And if they try anything sneaky, can't trust them, we want to be ready. But we still have this giant army in the north, so I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and end this turn here. And we have another turn of recruitment under our belt. More Pale Riders. Decided to summon a behemoth. Done some more magic site searching. Looks like we found a magic site in Ochre Jab. There was a battle in the bulwark. I knew Abyssia was planning something. They were going to attack us there in the north. Let's take a look at what they brought. Just because we haven't seen a battle in a while. 1 Beastmaster, a couple fire snakes against our well-disciplined troops. I'm sure this will be a slaughter. Don't have many mages up here, but we do have javelins. And javelins just make short work. Nothing to worry about. There they go. Are we going to catch this guy? Oh, tell me we catch him. Nice. Alright, folks, so we went ahead and wiped them out. Took out a beast tamer, 10 fire snakes. Kind of beautiful. Unexpected event in the Gladewood. +5 blood slaves. The local slave lord is seeking absolution for his sins and donated some virgins to our cause. If we were using blood magic, that would help, but since we're not, we'll just let him live out a life of luxury. 4 battle afflictions cured, and in the bulwark, a couple brigands were caught by our patrolling troops. I think we have enough build-up, because Abyssia is doing the same, that we need to go ahead and plan a push against them. So, I'm going to go ahead and push south here. I'm also going to spend one more turn getting these few mages we have in the midst into this group. We'll set them up for attack, and then we'll push this way in a pincer attack, as I'd like to get our troops to this province here, because the only way to attack north is either by coming down through this province in this cave province, which we already hold, and then coming in this way, or to attack from these provinces through this province. So if we can take this province and put a fort here, we already have the province, but we've got some troops in the between, and if we can take this fort back and put troops in this province, we can cut off the attacks from Abyssia, and then we can decide our plan to take the rest of their territories. So let me set up everything for this turn, and then we'll come back and see the results. And we're all set to push south here to put a lockdown on this territory and stop any more northern attacks. I'm going to be moving a troop mover from up here down to here so we can ferry troops from this fort province down to here. We have enough gold. There's quite a few resources in this province. We might as well begin recruiting some troops here that we can move down. I want to make sure we get a flag carrier in there. So we have that set up. We're moving these mages over one more territory. We're going to set up our pale ones to be summoned some more. Keep building up these undead troops. And then we'll go ahead and end the turn and come back with the results. And here we are. We have a report from the bulwark. More spells being cast. We lost 5 more units to their dirty magic. We cast another behemoth and some pale riders. We had the battle in Sleepy Mountains. This is us moving south from the bulwark. There shouldn't be much here to stop us. Looks like, ooh, a couple fire drakes. These are those scary fire-breathing monsters that cause us the most trouble. A warlord, a couple basic troops. Nothing to be too concerned with. If these get up to us, though, they could cause a lot of problem. Oh, there's our enslaved mind spells going off. Oh! It looks like we're enslaving the fire drakes and kind of turning them right back on Abyssia. Oh, that's wonderful. That enslaved mind spell is becoming one of our greatest weapons in our arsenal. If we're running right past this gentleman, we must have enslaved him as well. Yes, we have. He's headed the other way. Perfect. It looks like we're going to rout them no problem. So we lost nobody. No losses. We gained another one of their warlords. A couple of their fire drakes and one of their scorpion beasts are now ours. Wiped the rest of them out. That is great. Unexpected event in the Sleepy Mountains. We found another magic site. And in Behemoth's Rest, we found some nature gems have been found of verdant greenery. A sneaking enemy was found patrolling. Another one of these shadow imps. So they must be spending a lot of their blood slave income to summon these shadow imps, and they're just losing them every time they send them now that we have this patrolling set up. They did kill one guy, but no biggie. These Ascension guys, they are very cheap for us. These are those cheaper troops that we've been recruiting because we can get them en masse. And 4 battle afflictions cured. That is great. Well, I'm going to go ahead, prep our armies for battle on the Western Front, get ready to try and take over these territories in the order that we talked about in order to stop Abyssia and give us an attack plan into their territories. We'll be doing that on the next episode of Gaming with Grug. We hope to see you then, and thanks for watching.